This is why the gross domestic product of Canada is absolutely
What?
Hey, what are you doing?
You don't even sound like that. What is that accent?
It's like half Canadian, half Mexican.
A little bit. That doesn't sound right.
Grounds for revocation. A person is subject to revocation of naturalization if he or she procured naturalization illegally. Means the person was not at. Wait, hold on. Not met
the U.S. Constitution.
Attachment to the U.S. Okay, discovery, concealment of material fact.
I was going to say, scroll down right there.
Scroll down. Okay, a person is subject to revocation of naturalization if there's a deliberate deceit on the part of the person in misrepresenting or failing to disclose a material fact on his or her natural or subsequent examination. So part of the examination includes the oath of allegiance. If somebody claims that they lied about their what's the term? What is it?
Allegiance to this country.
Wait, keep going down.
They say that ground.
Yeah.
They lie about the fact that they've renounced their allegiance to another country.
Well, yeah, that last paragraph there alone says the grounds of revocation includes omissions as well as affirmative misrepresentations. The misrepresentations can be an oral testimony provided during the naturalization interview or can include information contained on the application submitted by the applicant. Right. So that means if during the interview process, which is when you take that oath, if you lie,
which has been proven now.
I mean, what
now it's on record.
You want her to just go back to Colombia?
I'm about to pledge allegiance to Colombia.
No, but if I say
it's just like
if I say you must, you have to renounce your you.
It's just like
do you maintain an allegiance to Colombia?
She said it depends on the scenario.
But the oath of allegiance says, I hereby declare on oath that I absolutely and entirely renounce all allegiance and fidelity to any foreign prince, state, sovereignty, of whom or which I have heretofore been a subject or citizen.
And it does not say it's based on any circumstances.
Tonight or tomorrow?
I don't know. Look. I'm not saying she should be stripped of her citizenship, but what I am saying is I think it's crazy. It's a criticism of the position of you're going to live in this country and not feel and hold an allegiance to the country that you willingly came to and that you desired becoming a citizen of. I personally think the standard for becoming a citizen should be if you don't genuinely have allegiance to the United States and you have allegiance to another country, you absolutely, under no circumstance, ought to be granted citizenship to said country.
Amen.
Well, I also think I agree with you. However, I'm very proud of being Colombian, and I think you and probably you guys are talking from how you say the word? Like,
a white
you're talking from privilege.
From privilege.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, no, don't go there.
I'm
See,
sorry.
here's
We're almost done.
This conversation's not going to end once privilege comes into
Absolutely not.
5 minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes.
Okay.
My family, my grandparents came.
Interrupt.
They
other people.
immigrated here from Italy and from Yugoslavia, and in no shape, way, or form would I announce my allegiance to those. It has nothing to do with any kind of effing privilege.
That is crazy.
They came here just like you for a better life, and they would have never said, "Oh no, my allegiance is towards Yugoslavia." Never. Now, am I proud that I'm Italian and Yugoslavian, or Croatian as it would be now? Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I love my heritage, but I would never, for what I have been able to, the life I've been able to lead here, as hard as it's been. I come from a very middle class family. Mm-hmm. I was in no shape, way, or form privileged. I lived on the east side of Bakersfield, California. trust and believe that is not privileged. But I love this country because it has given me the freedom to be 57 years old and be trippy and weird and love anybody that I want. And like, that's what this country is about. That's why we feel so passionate about it. It's not about you particularly. You're beautiful. I actually really like you.
It would be
I just don't
anything. It would be with
understand
anybody.
it. It doesn't make sense to me. That's all I'm saying.
You don't have to renounce your heritage and your
not at
culture.
all.
No.
But when it comes to your allegiance, the United States asks you to make an oath before granting you citizenship. And that oath, part of that says you must renounce allegiance to other countries.
Yeah.
In which case, you did the oath, but here on the podcast, you have in fact revealed that your allegiance remains with your home country. And
Well,
you're-
actually, I've met a lot of immigrants that think the same way as me.
Yes.
They
Exactly.
were saying-
Yeah, and that's the
Exactly.
problem.
It's
That's the
problem.
problem.
That is the problem.
If I moved to Colombia, and I was like, got citizenship in Colombia, and I was like, you know what? I'm enjoying living in Colombia. I have all these benefits,
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah. I'm getting all these. I don't know if Colombia provides like robust benefits or
No,
whatever.
that's why I talk about
Right.
privilege.
But if they did, and I was coming here and I was reaping the benefits from the taxpayers, etc., I think you'd probably have an issue with it. Okay, well, perhaps that's because the position you find yourself in is a bit untenable, and so in order to maintain your untenable position, you have to say, no, I'd be fine if you went to Colombia and, you kind of,
Actually, yeah.
held allegiance to your old country. So
No.
kind of crazy.
So do you not believe that you have privilege because you're now a citizen of the United States? Do you think that that privilege just is like exempt to you?
I'm talking about privilege.
But I'm talking about you. But I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. So I'm talking
Yeah.
about the fact that you are a citizen now, and you are saying that we are all privileged because we're citizens. So do you not have that privilege? Because you're also a citizen now, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you have that same privilege then. You have the same opportunities and the same opportunities here in America than we are too. We have.
What I'm trying to say is that from the privilege, like, of you growing up, you can compare.
Yeah, but that should make you even
but you
more
don't know
grateful.
our backgrounds. You don't
That
know our
should
backgrounds.
make
You don't know
even
what we've
more
gone
grateful.
through. You don't know what
Yeah.
gone through. I've been homeless for like 4 or 5 years of my life.
It's the
I grew
same
up with a
thing.
single mother. You don't know anything about my life and how much privilege I've experienced. And especially considering you're the one sitting here and saying that everybody in Colombia has yachts. It sounds like you come from a lot of privilege, to be honest. If you're
Like
really
you're
going to be
saying.
like, if we're really going to call a spade a
Go
spade.
off, Queen.
Slay
I'm just saying,
queen.
but it's like you can't sit here and say that people here at this table are privileged and then not expect us to defend ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know anybody with a yacht.
I'm just saying, I don't know anybody with a yacht. You
never
claim to
been
know a
on one.
bunch. So who's really privileged in this situation? You have you're a tattoo artist in a big career.
You also don't know what I've been through.
You're right, just like how you
Right.
don't know how
Why-
we've been through.
wouldn't that make
so
you more
why does it only
grateful?
apply to you?
Because Latin America is completely different.
So you believe that because you're from a different country, that means that you have like a special privilege of being exempt from. Like what? So, but that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. When you sit here and say that we're privileged and you're not because you're just from a different country, but you're a citizen here too.
Well, if
You
you're
have the same
not an
privilege. Like I said,
immigrant,
you
you're
you
not
hang
gonna
around people with yachts. We don't hang around people with
never-
yachts.
Well,
Just
on a
because
yacht.
I wasn't
know?
personally an immigrant, but my grandparents were.
You
Why
sit
does
here with
that
a face
make
full
a
of tattoos
difference?
and you don't get any judgment from it in our country for it.
Actually, do a lot.
But you don't in your career. Do you in the career that you're in as a tattoo artist?
No.
You make money.
Right. Yeah, that's privilege, babes. That's literal privilege, babes.
And
Yeah.
you can't find that in other countries, because in other countries, you wouldn't even be allowed to look the way you look on the streets.
Okay.
And here, you're allowed to be however you want to be, and that's
Freedom.
the beautiful part.
That is
Thank
the
you about
beauty
America.
of being American is
Isn't
that
being
Thank you.
American a privilege?
I mean,
Oh, I absolutely. I think so.
Yes,
I
sure.
think being an
And
American.
everybody at this table
but
has
everybody at this table who has that citizenship is also just as privileged. Just because you are from a different country originally does not mean you have no less privilege than the next person.
Yeah, you're
I'm proud to be an
proud
American.
to be your
Well,
friend.
Lisa, no, I'm free.
Felicity, we're almost done. Felicity,
I
I'm
didn't mean
wrapping
to go
the
off
fucking
right there. I'm
show.
Really
sorry.
about to
Felicity,
pledge
I'm
my
fucking
allegiance
wrapping
to
the show.
Colombia to be able to go drive home.
From whatever podcast.
Yeah, I
can't
also
sit
need to
here.
leave.
I'm proud to be
I'm going with her to Columbia, and we are out of here.
Oh, wait.
Hold on, we're rapping.
Brixham, this shite is ridiculous. These ungrateful people that only take from our country and never give back. They are not sending their best. Ship them all back. Ice to line, 866 DHS to ice.
It has to be America first. It has to be America
Thank you.
first.
America first.
If you're a citizen of the United States, you cannot have allegiance to another country over America. Point blank, period. You shouldn't be a citizen. I don't know if there's a mechanism to not make you a citizen anymore. I'm just saying, you either change your position genuinely. I mean, people would lie.
Or go back to
obviously,
Colombia.
Or I don't know. That's just, I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy. Also, really quick, just I'll address it. People in the chat are saying, well, Brian, you're French. You were born in France, blah, 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 blah. My mom's American. So if an American gives birth overseas, that doesn't make me an immigrant. Like I was a citizen. I was a citizen. I was born overseas. I was a citizen. People say, but I did live in France for the first few years of my life. Despite this, I wholeheartedly, like if in this example, and what sort of sparked this whole conversation, if France went to war with the United States, my allegiance is to the United States. I have dual citizenship, but my allegiance is to the United States first. Now, that's not, I want good things for France, but allegiance always to the United States. United States over Uber Alice? Okay, that's getting kind of crazy. Okay.